ओंटारियो विच प्रधानमंत्री जस्टिन ट्रूडो ने सूबे विच इलैक्ट्रिक वाहन बैटरियां दे उत्पादन लई एक सहूलत लियाउण लई एक समग्री टैक्नोलॉजी ਅਤੇ रीसाइकलिंग कंपनी यूमीकोर नाल साझेदारी ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। यूमीकोर विच निवेश कीती जाण वाली 1.5 बिलियन डॉलर ਦੀ रकम विच फैडरल ਅਤੇ प्रोविंशियल सरकारां ਵੱਲੋਂ हिस्सेदारी पाई जाएगी। ट्रूडो ने कहा कि जदों इलैक्ट्रिक व्हीकल सप्लाई चेन्स का मामला होंदा है तो असीं ये आख सकते हैं कि कैनेडा वड्डा कौमांतरी खिडारी बन सकता है।
Being here at Queen's today reminds us all that the engine of our economy has always been Canadians' drive and talent. Their desire and their abilities to work hard, to solve extraordinary challenges and to build a better future is what gathers them here today in this extraordinary institution, but indeed motivates Canadians from coast to coast to coast. I'm here today to harness that power of Canadian innovation and hard work by announcing that we've reached a deal with Umicore to build a new battery facility in Loyalist Township. This plant will supply materials for 1 million electric vehicles a year. Canada isn't just going to be a global player in EVs. With this and other announcements we've made, we demonstrate that we get to be global leaders in electric vehicles. This is big news. What does it actually mean for people here in the area and across the country? To begin with, 1,000 jobs during construction and hundreds of good long-term positions at the Loyalist plant once it's up and running. Today's deal is just one of many, as we mentioned, we've reached this year. The numbers speak for themselves. Nearly 17,000 good jobs for Canadian workers to make hybrids, EVs and EV batteries. Around $15 billion in investments between industry and governments in the Canadian economy, making that big bet that we can be the solution around electric vehicles and electric supply chains that the world is relying on. We're investing to build EVs with our critical minerals strategy and manufacturing deals. We're investing to buy EVs. On Monday, we launched a new incentive to help businesses buy an electric van or other big vehicles, and to charge EVs. This week alone, we're announcing funding for over 6,000 chargers across the country. Canadians have always been people who innovate. Today, we're reminded that that remains our path forward. With Canadian know-how, we can grow our economy and make life more affordable while leaving a bright future for our kids. C'est ça le Canada. I've heard it every step of the way that the cost of living hikes are a challenge. This global inflation crisis, which is hitting hard around the world. I mean, we talked about it a lot during our summits over the past few weeks internationally, particularly hitting hard in the global south. But we see a confluence of factors, whether it's the war in Ukraine, whether it's the ongoing pandemic, the disruption on supply chains, or even climate pressures. We know that families are struggling. And that's why, as a government, we made a promise to have people's backs, and we've continued to, with investments to support families, including by cutting childcare costs in half.